Good evening and welcome back to another edition of Low Def Media. I'm Mike, and today, this afternoon, whenever you're watching this, we are going to be talking about lighting. This is something that affects is probably a trouble spot for a lot of content creators, especially newer content creators who are like me, just trying to get their feet underneath them and trying to get a subscriber base and really kind of wrangle in this whole content creation thing, vlogging and getting lighting and all that stuff, sound and image quality and all these things together all at one time. So today, I'm going to talk about lighting. And so if you look here in my studio, what kind of things have I put together to create the image that you're seeing right now? First of all, right here in front of me, I've got a Mount Dog adjustable, and when I say adjustable, I mean it comes with a remote. So an adjustable box light. So I can change the color temperature, I can change the intensity, and so that is, I've got two other newer box lights that aren't adjustable. They only have one setting. You turn them on and they're bright. So this was a real upgrade for me, and it's pretty inexpensive. It was under $50 to get this light, and I use it primarily for all my videos. Then over on this side, I've got a circle light, a $10 10-inch circle light that I got on Amazon, just to give a little fill over here on this side. Earlier I tried to make a video using just a box light, and I had a large shadow on this side. It looked very dramatic, very movie-esque, very theatrical, but not great for video content, YouTube, stuff like that. So got a nice little fill light here. Then behind me, you can see that I've got some accent lighting there behind the bookshelf, and then some accent lighting around the door. They both are the same color, and just real inexpensive rope lighting. Amazon, I think the one around the door was probably somewhere between $12 and $15, and the one behind the bookshelf was $10. Got that at a local stores, an impulse buy. It was right there when you're going up to the cash register. So both of them are just a peel and stick. You take the whatever it is, the wrapper off the back, and you can just stick it up there and it comes off really easy. So this is what I've used to create the lighting here in the studio. All together, 50, 10, 10, 10 average. So you're looking under $100. Now here's the problem I have. I watch a lot of content creators on YouTube who used to do a lot of very useful how-to videos on content creation, whether it was how to use your phone to create a video, or transitions, or what apps to use to make the videos, or going out and shooting, and this is the way that I would shoot this scene or that scene, and how to really get the most out of your content and really level up how you video what you're going to video. Then the problem occurs. They become popular, they get a subscriber base, and then they move away from that kind of content creation. And let's use just this one subject, lighting. One content creator that I recently viewed, who's got a pretty decent following now, over 200, maybe even close to 300,000 subscribers, did a lighting tutorial. Not kidding. A lighting tutorial, and said, this is what you need for lighting. Okay, tube lighting that's rechargeable, so it's got an internal battery, doesn't have to be plugged in, but it's tube lighting. Each one was $100 to $200 by themselves. So he had one light behind the camera, had one light right behind his chair, and then another light, one or two, behind him in the room. So you're talking, gosh, $300 to $500 worth of these tube lights. Now, they're great, they're RGB, and you can change the color and the intensity and all that stuff, and they're really small, so you can put them in all kinds of different places. Now, that's great, but that's not where I'm at. it's probably not where a lot of you are at. So it gets to the point where you watch these content creators and you question why they are pitching what they're pitching. Similarly, another content creator is pitching a bag that's $200, a camera bag. I personally am not going to pay $200 for a camera bag. I bought my bag. Hold on just a moment. I bought my bag. It's a black bag just like everybody else's, but I got this at Target for probably $30, and in it, whenever I go out on a shoot, it probably has 3 cameras. I know it's got in it right now my DJI Osmo Pocket. I know it's got my Canon DSLR. It's got a ton of ND filters, an extra light. It's probably got some batteries, cords, and adapters, and at least 1 extra lens. It did have my DJI Mavic Mini, and on my last shoot I put my FujiFilm XS10 on top of the camera bag that had the DSLR. So I probably was carrying 4 cameras and a drone in that one bag. $30. Now, it doesn't have all the dividers and everything like they do, so no, it's not cool like that. But again, it makes me question their motives, because not everybody can go out or is able to spend $200 on a camera bag. So why don't they show us a variety of different bags at different price points and say, hey, depending on where you're at in your journey as a content creator, these are some of the bags that either A, I've used in the past that were very reliable, and this is what I moved up to, and now this is where I'm at. Why don't they do that? So this isn't a rant. This is about lighting. Circle light, box light, accent lighting, under $100. But it's also a little bit of a rant. But just watch. When you're viewing content creators, just remember that we're all at different stages, and just because they pitch a more expensive product, 1, doesn't mean you have to buy it, and 2, doesn't mean it's going to make you better by itself. That's all I wanted to say. Now, as far as the lighting goes, this has been a really tricky wicket when it comes to getting light right in this office. I will say that what's probably the easiest thing to use, and you've probably seen it 100 times, natural light. I've got a huge, well, I don't want to say ginormous, a normal size window here that during the day provides a very adequate light, and I don't need the box light. I still throw in some accent lighting just for depth of field, but that natural light is wonderful. And I'll even go outside and do a video on my back porch because the lighting is so much better. The sound is so much better because in here it does echo because it's a box. You see the panels here behind me. They do dampen some of that echo a little bit, but it's not going to be perfect. So there are things that you can do that are very inexpensive. I bought these panels at a store that specializes in selling either Amazon returns or Amazons that were not delivered, and so everything in the store is $5. Got this set of 12 panels for $5. So you can source a lot of camera gear without having to pay, high-end prices. The stand that this Fujifilm XA5 is on right now is a Neewer desk stand. It's a tripod, and it's about that big, super sturdy. I got that off of Amazon for probably $30. So this is not a video on all the low price gear that you can find here, there, and everywhere, but just wanted to throw that in there to let you know that there are low cost options out there, and to not fall victim to buying all the pricey high-end stuff that you see being pitched by the Peter McKinnons, the Peter Lundgrens, and the other content creators like that, the big name. There's one guy, I don't know his name, But he's sponsored by Sony, so everything he does is Sony-esque. And you know that Peter McKinnon's going to pitch a Canon. And it just really frustrates me that all these content creators use a Sony a7S III that's $3,500 before you even put a lens on it. And they're saying, oh yeah, this is the camera that I use, and it's great, it's wonderful. I can't afford this camera that I'm using right now is $500, and you can find it cheaper than that. And so hit me up in the comments below. Let me know where you are in your journey, what kind of camera you use, what kind of camera you would like to use, and let me know what you think about the lighting. And if you like this kind of content, hey, do me a favor, become a subscriber. I would really appreciate it. So with that, don't want to bore you anymore. This has been Mike, Low Def Media, and we will see you in the next one.